Castor oil for your face, Botox from nature? It's often called that nowadays. I'll discuss whether this oil should be part of your skincare routine and exactly how to use it to boost its effectiveness and its benefits for your lips. This oil has many uses. I'll provide more details later on, but let's delve into it now. So, what exactly is castor oil? Well, it's a vegetable oil obtained from the castor beans of the Ricinus communis plant. Currently, this plant is primarily cultivated in Africa, South America, and India. India stands out as a top producer of castor oil globally, thanks to its favorable climate for cultivation. The seeds are rich in oil, which is the sought-after component. The oil is extracted through pressing or solvent methods. Keep this extraction process in mind as it's crucial for enhancing its effectiveness, and I'll explain more about this later. I'll also guide you on what type to purchase and what features to look for. You might already have it at home. Here's an interesting fact about castor oil's historical use. It was commonly used as a laxative due to its active ingredient, ricinoleic acid, which stimulates muscle contractions in the intestines, aiding in bowel movements. While this might be beneficial for some, don't fret about it causing issues when used on the lips. The amount is not significant enough to be problematic. In fact, it's beneficial for the lips, as I'll elaborate on later. Did you know it can also induce labor? Pregnant individuals should steer clear of castor oil completely. So, what are the advantages of using castor oil on your skin, and why is it referred to as nature's Botox? That's a significant statement. Well, firstly, it aids in preventing wrinkles. Castor oil contains antioxidants that combat free radicals in your body. These free radicals accelerate the aging process, causing wrinkles to appear earlier. However, the reason people liken its effects to Botox is not solely due to this, but rather because of three key elements. Firstly, its efficacy in combating acne. Yes, Botox addresses this issue, a fact many may not be aware of, but I discovered it through a survey which you'll find in the community section. This might not seem obvious given its thickness, but castor oil indeed has a dense impact. It possesses antibacterial properties, which prevent pore clogging and acne formation. Despite being thick, it doesn't trigger acne. In fact, it can improve it. It doesn't congest your pores. You can verify this in the comments below once you've finished watching. I anticipate a variety of responses. However, pore blockage is unlikely to be a common concern. When you apply it, you might initially think it would cause that. That's how dense it is. I'm currently using it. Another benefit is its ability to reduce inflammation. It serves as an effective anti-inflammatory agent, diminishing swelling and redness. Some even use it for skin conditions like skin tags and warts. I'm uncertain about its effectiveness for those. Please share your thoughts below. The key here is hydration. Moisture keeps your skin looking youthful, radiant, possibly achieving a glass skin appearance if that's your preference. And overall, it promotes skin health. This is why it's often dubbed nature's Botox. It's remarkably effective as a moisturizer, plumping the skin like a filler and erasing wrinkles akin to Botox. Think of those pesky lines, such as crow's feet, lines around the mouth, lip lines, areas where the skin is thinnest. And it absorbs so well that its effects can wear off swiftly, sometimes as rapidly as Botox. That's where the origin of those three attributes comes from. But this particular one, and for those who love warm weather, it can also soothe sunburn. Many opt for aloe, yet due to castor oil's anti-inflammatory qualities, it eases discomfort linked to inflammation. Additionally, it provides ample moisture, minimizing peeling, which is another aesthetic perk. Now, I certainly don't want anyone to get sunburned, but if you do, think about what it does for those dry lips. It's quite astonishing, a nifty trick. Few delve into the enchantment of lip care, but it's a prevalent ingredient in both lipstick and gloss. For those with dry lips, skip the color and opt for castor oil, perhaps mixed with a more palatable oil like coconut oil. Who doesn't love coconut? I stick to plain castor oil, especially when I'm skiing. Speaking of skiing, it's dry up there, you're breathing through your mouth, and you can feel breathless half the time regardless of altitude. Plus, there's the dry, heated indoor environments. It's a triple hit for the lips. I've discussed this on my other social platforms, mentioning the radiator face. If that term is unfamiliar to you, I'll clarify that the ideal castor oil for our faces is produced through a key process: cold pressing the castor seeds and then applying a gentle heat, avoiding chemical additives. So, how can you maximize its benefits on your face? Here's the scoop. With a myriad of products available, ensure yours is 100% pure, organic, extra virgin, cold pressed, and devoid of chemicals or hexane for guaranteed efficacy. Secondly, castor oil is thick, so consider blending it with a carrier oil initially before applying it to your face. While I personally use it undiluted, mixing it with coconut oil is a good choice. Almond or olive oil also work well. Some even add it to shea butter for added moisturization, although that's not always necessary. Apply this blend to your face before bedtime. It's primarily a nighttime ritual. After cleansing your skin, apply the oil and leave it overnight or wipe it off after a few minutes with a warm cloth. I usually prefer leaving it on overnight. It doesn't cause acne. You don't require anything before or after, but if you have a light vitamin C or hyaluronic acid, apply it initially. Wait for about 2 to 3 minutes and then layer this oil on top. It's an incredible pairing. Oh, and here's another 3x tip. Keep it away from sunlight as it degrades. Many folks use their oils and then forget about them for a month or two. You want it to stay fresh. Sunlight shouldn't degrade it. There's some evidence suggesting that ricinoleic acid, making up around 90% of the oil, can help counter hair loss. One study even indicated that ricinoleic acid might hinder PGD2 or prostaglandin 2, potentially aiding in regrowing scalp hair. Although these studies are typically small scale, but how exactly should you go about it? What precautions should you take? Before purchasing castor oil, ensure to read the label and verify that it's pure. For your eyes, opt for pure castor oil. Mixing it with other oils or additives can often lead to irritation, particularly fragrances. Thus, it's crucial to double-check. The eyes are delicate and sensitive, so steer clear of anything impure. There are 2 variants of castor oil to utilize for beauty reasons. The initial one is the cold-pressed type that I previously showcased, but there exists a second type known as Jamaican black castor oil. Enthusiasts of this variant are quite fervent about it. I anticipate you'll share your thoughts below. Many believe this is the superior option, although both have their merits. The Jamaican version is currently gaining traction. It's darker in hue compared to the initially mentioned brown variant, which is clearer. So, what's your preference? Consider these steps, even for your skin. Firstly, especially concerning the eyes, conduct a patch test by applying it on a small area of your arm or behind your ear to ensure no adverse reactions. Secondly, focusing on the eyelashes once more, ensure they are thoroughly clean and devoid of any makeup before bedtime. We want to avoid any potential irritations caused by residual substances. Additionally, the oil enhances the absorption of any existing residues, so it's essential to cleanse them thoroughly. Next, take a small quantity of castor oil. You can dip a cotton swab into the oil and then apply it to your eyelashes. However, I highly recommend using specialized containers available on platforms like Amazon. These containers feature a fine applicator ensuring precise application on the eyelashes without risking contact with the eyes. There's evidence from studies and safety profiles indicating that direct contact with the cornea can result in minor damage or irritation. We certainly want to steer clear of that scenario. While the cornea can recover, it's best to avoid chronic or long-term issues. Hence, opt for the finer applicator instead of the larger cotton swab to minimize the risk of accidental eye contact. Focus on applying it solely to your eyelashes or forehead to ensure safe usage. Any oil that manages to enter the eye can cause irritation. Thus, you should promptly rinse it away with water or a saline solution. Simply cleanse your eyes. As for step 6, make sure to wash off the castor oil in the morning using water or an effective makeup remover, whichever you have available. You'll want to remove it. Now, let's touch upon dry eye for a moment because many users around the eyes claim it has alleviated their dry eye symptoms. I don't recommend directly applying it to your eyes. It's not intended for that purpose. It lacks sterility. There are eye drops formulated with castor oil that are sterile and designed specifically for ocular use. However, individuals who apply these drops to their eyelashes and eyebrows may experience some transfer. Initially, it's challenging to avoid. It appears to benefit dry eye symptoms, which is why, for some cases, I suggest utilizing the dedicated eye drops containing it, as they offer a safer alternative. Feel free to share your observations in the comments below. Bringing everyone's experiences together is highly beneficial. Now let's discuss the impact of prostaglandins around the eyes. You see, products like Latisse and similar lash enhancers contain prostaglandin analogs, which have been extensively studied in photographic research. These analogs have demonstrated efficacy in reducing fat deposits around the eyes. Preserving this fat is crucial as it's challenging to restore once lost. While prostaglandin effects can be found in castor oil, concrete data on its impact on eye fat deposits is lacking. However, my advice is, if you choose to use it, avoid direct contact with the upper or lower eyelids or the eyes themselves. Ensure you're well informed on incorporating castor oil safely. If you found this information enlightening and helpful, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to FitBuzz. For more enlightening health tips, we've covered a lot about castor oil, its benefits, how to use it effectively for skin care, and hair care, and precautions to keep in mind. Remember, it's crucial to choose the right type of castor oil, ensure its purity, and follow safe application practices, especially around sensitive areas like the eyes. Share your experiences and thoughts below in the comments. Your feedback helps create a supportive and informative community. Thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to hearing from you.